letting yourself be seen is courageous. Feel really formulaic at this point, showing off. Whoa. How am I gonna hide my face with this one? Ooh. Yeah, metal puzzle toy. Wow. It's just 2 pieces. How hard could it be? Wow. Yeah, the text says, "The Tunnel of Time." Oh. It's funny because this is from the same set with a few others that you may have seen I got nowhere with. And then there's this one. The Tunnel of Time. Huh. Maybe it's hard to put it back together. That's not my task. Yeah, I'm thinking there's 2 parts to this one. And the first is that there's a lot of courage to admit to yourself, like, who you are or what you want, especially when those desires go against like societal expectations or cultural expectations, familial expectations, communal, like in a community, those expectations. Because it can get kind of like those external things, like you should be this or you ought to that. Those can get really mucked up with your own internal desires and your internal compass of like your inner knowing of like who you are and what you're drawn towards. It can get really messy. Yeah, I have like a light example where growing up I'd always been very like math, science oriented, especially math, reading too. But one summer in college I took a job as a pedicab driver, which is where you imagine like a big bike with a wide seat in the back to transport people from place to place. This was like surprising to a lot of people, like friends and family. But I liked doing it a lot. It helped me like be more social and like more naturally talk to strangers. It was good exercise. It was fun. I learned how to like ask people for things like, "Hey, do you want to ride?" Or "How's it going?" Like just ways to like initiate conversations that are detached and non-needy. There were like festivals where I'd make big for, a college student, big money, work long hours, have a lot of fun. It was a good time. And it went against like what people in my life might have expected me to do, as far as like things to make money. I wasn't like fighting against like people weren't shaming me or telling me not to do it or anything. That's why it's a light example. But yeah, that's all to say that like I was the only person who knew to explore that, or like knew to try it out and keep going once it was initially very enjoyable. Yeah. Yes, there's a whole journey of like getting clear with yourself on what you're drawn towards. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Yeah, and it's very individual. And one thing that can be helpful is to like seek out other people who are in the worlds you're exploring. Like take the time to reach out to people, like, I don't know, email if they're online, or go to events if you're in a place where events around whatever you're interested in occur. To like break away from whatever other conditioning or messages you're getting to maybe not do it, or to stick with the expected thing. To find out for yourself, like, are you meant to try out this other thing. So that's one part of it, being seen with yourself, like seeing yourself, like I want to try this, I want to figure this out for myself, and really going for it. Like that is courageous to like acknowledge that with yourself. It can be very brave to go against this other program you've gotten for maybe decades. Yeah. And so once you're more clear on that with yourself internally, like, you know, I want to go on this path. There's courage in letting other people see you in this exploration or in this mode that they may not be accustomed to seeing in you. Yeah. For me, I've shared a bit, especially on day 2 of this vlog series, a video called I Feel Relaxed and at Ease, about the training I went in late March and some intense experiences there. And, you know, still I didn't share the full breadth of that with the internet. I'm not there right now. Maybe I'll never be, and that's okay with me. However, I knew it would be a courageous act for me to share this information with a few different people in my life. I spent time yesterday with a few friends from college, and I like told them the full details of some things that happened in that training, as well as a few other things in my life that are not the internet's knowledge right now. And they received it all like very openly. Like I felt so like loved and like listened to and accepted. They had a few questions, I answered them. And it felt really good. And it was really brave. Like I felt a little like fear for some of the things I shared, like wondering if they'll reject me or like apply some labels to me or have judgments, or like not accept it about me. And even if they had, like, I still think I would have like been glad to be true to myself and like dare to like face those whatever pushback or criticism that they might have put upon me. Yeah, so I really am happy, and I messaged in like a group chat. I felt like happy, energized, powerful after sharing these things with my close friends. So that happened yesterday, and then I did it again in a men's group that evening. I like facilitates an online men's group that meets once a month or so, and yeah, I ran it back. I shared the same stuff with 3 other men, and it was the same thing. I just felt really, yeah, like glad to own what's alive in my life right now and be seen and be heard and receive some of their reflections and questions. And yeah, it just feels like really good to like, yeah, like know who I am a bit better in ways that like might be surprising or uncommon in like society, or you know, these are all stories. Yeah, and just be received and be seen. It's really good. And so yeah, I encourage you to like yeah, feel into like, is there even one person in your life where like they don't know maybe something that's like felt alive and true for you lately, and it might be a little like edgy for you to share it with them, even so, because you dare to like step out of that comfort zone. For some reason coming to mind, this image I saw on a autism dating show called Love on the Spectrum, where a therapist mapped out like a comfort zone circle and then a wider circle. I think it said like danger zone, or yeah, something like negative, like a scary zone. But in between the comfort zone and the danger zone, there's a middle layer called the growth zone. And that's for this video topic, like that's the place where daring to express yourself and express your truths with someone close to you, where it still may be edgy, but it's probably be okay. They'll probably accept you and still love you. That's the growth. to like dare to let yourself be seen, even by just one other person more fully. Yeah. And go even more broadly beyond interpersonal connections, like I do feel like this kind of practice is something the world could use. Like, how often are so many problems just like a lack of truth being shared? It's like, oh, why didn't you tell me sooner? Or, yeah, I don't have good examples right now, but like, yeah, I feel like telling the truth, like daring to go first, daring to be vulnerable, to express what's true for you, to be seen, to be received. It's all like good medicine. It's something I just think like the world and groups of people could use more of, because if these truths are not expressed, they're still true. They exist as like shadows and like things that are expressed like subtly or like non-verbally or passive aggressively, where it's like these truths still affect human relationships because they're true and they're inside you. And so it's healthier and yeah, even like maybe more loving to acknowledge what is true, to let someone else know, hey, I know we're close. Here's a thing about me that I want you to know. Yeah. So those are my thoughts for today. All done. Thank you for watching and listening to this video. This has been day 21 of vlogging every day in April. I will see you tomorrow.